Good morning, everyone, and I do mean everyone to include myself. It's a friendly reminder. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. All right? This thing really is getting out of hand from the small to the big. And it's understandable if people are afraid. They should be. Your fear should drive. I gotta sneeze. It's not. It's not corona. You shouldn't be fearful to sneeze. You shouldn't be fearful to go in public. You should just be cognizant of what it is you need to do, what it is you should have been doing. And I'm talking to everybody, no one individually, okay? Don't be a pansy. Don't be where, oh, he's telling me what I should do. No, I'm telling people in general what you should have been doing, okay? You should have, the FAA should have been worried about people transmitting things. You should have had sanitation stations set up instead of trying to stop drone pilots from deaths that didn't occur. But now you have people actually dying in very small amounts, and yet people are going overboard, okay? What you're doing, you're hurting a lot of people. You're hurting a lot of people by disrupting your life. And you're also hurting yourself in the future because you're giving governors, mayors, councilmen, council ladies, all of that. You're giving all of them the keys to your life. You are being negligent in what it is you're supposed to do. You are supposed to rule the government. The government does not rule you. Plain and simple. You guys are straight up saying, "Oh, rule me, divine one." That is wrong. People that are telling the government to take decisive action. Why? Are they going to come and wash your hands for you? What really? What do you want them to do? These are germs. This is not a war. There's not a military that needs to be raised. This is on the actions, on the responsibility of every one of us. That's it. Get back to life. That's it. Get back to life. Flatten the curve, save lives. It's an oxymoron. The curve, whether it spikes here or spikes over there, or just gradually rises, guess what? There's still the same amount of area, the same amount of people that are going to get affected within that. Now, if you're telling me that the hospitals are stressed, okay, I get that, but they're not at capacity. So live life. Don't shut down life unless the hospitals are shut down. Okay? Unless the hospitals are turning people away that they can't handle anymore. Now, I don't want onesie-twosies examples of Oklahoma hospital ICU is at 98% capacity. Because guess what? You don't actually know how strong the U.S. is until you hit 101% capacity. Okay? 110%, right? That's what people say. Give 110%. You stress the U.S. out to 110%. And then you will see what we are capable of. You will see that people will start learning, okay, yes, I need to wash my hands when I do certain things. You know, I need to wash my kids' hands before I go in somewhere so I don't spread it, right? It's your responsibility to not give things to other people. You can go out in public. You can go out to the beach. You can sanitize your hands before you go in. That prevents 98% right there. And then you sanitize your hands before you leave so that you don't carry anything you may have gotten in there. And in the meantime, you don't touch your eyes. You don't get food out of your teeth with your hands. Stuff like that. You know? I mean, should we even approach the toilet paper subject? Do we need to do that? No. What that is probably in one place. Somebody probably didn't even stock the toilet paper correctly, and it got posted to social media. And everybody found out there's a run on toilet paper, and so people started buying it up. That's the only thing. There would be no shortage on toilet paper if we didn't have social media. Okay? So social media is a good thing, but you guys are finding out how much social media is now causing chaos. Social media is shutting down the economy of the United States and the world. Social media is harming people's livelihood, their jobs. Okay? People are going to be more poor because of the hysterical nature of people that are induced even further because of social media. You realize people have to make a living. There's plenty of people that still need to work. That's my lane, lady. And if you are not out there living life in a smart way, we're hurting them. You know, someone shortchanged me at a pizza shop. I could have been wrong. So after they fixed it, I tipped them $10. Those people rely on dollars. They're counting every dollar. Okay? It's no time to panic. Power's out right now, probably for all sorts of people. 3,600 people right now. My wife told me power's out for. Should we panic? No. We get on our little app, use our social media, and tell the power company. We see all the other people that reported it. And if 3,600 people are reporting it, and there's probably 36,000 that are out. Get back to life. As normal a life as you can get to. I realize that people are not going to return to normal. Return to as normal as possible, okay? I'll tell you very much that a lot of precautions should be taken. Precautions should be taken with the older generations. The greatest generation in the world. You should be doubly cautious. You should have fear rule what you do. You should not be complacent. But you can't have fear rule you. It's your actions that you change. Fear changes. But you're still you. Still do your thing. Live your life. The worst thing we can do, you got to realize, this is not just Corona. This is another thing as well. SARS, swine flu, things, right? There's going to be more. It's not just... So like I was saying before, my battery so rudely interrupted me, and I forgot to finish my hair this morning here. I'll finish it now. I put some gel in it, and then I wait for it to dry. And then I comb it or brush it again. My wife let me walk out of the house like this. All right. There's going to be more people, okay? What happens is, if you give your life to the government right now, you tell them where you can go, where you can't go, when you can go, how often you can go, how close you can be to people, and what you can sneeze or wear or not wear, or what to do, okay? You have given it to them forever. They're not going to let it go. You give them the power, they will keep it. Okay? They're testing you guys. How much will the public let us push? How much will the public let us shut down the sixth largest mall in the nation, Destiny USA? That's here in Syracuse. And there may be the top 5 malls shut down in the USA because hysteria is running rampant. I'm passing right up here. Carrier, okay? They did this, that, and the other with headquarters changes, ownership changes, combining companies, you know, along with shipping jobs overseas or to Mexico or wherever else. Let me ask you guys something. Is life different now? Do you see what you can live without? Do you see that you don't have to go running out to fly here, fly there, to go to the mall, to go to the movie theaters? You can do things less, but you can still do them, right? But you can live life differently is my point, okay? When you think about this Carrier Corporation, did they need that extra profit? Did they need to take and destroy all of this area as far as what was, and then they change it by taking away all of these thousands of jobs? Right here, left, huge parking lot, completely empty. That parking lot was their parking. Now, it's a luxury for me because it's a big giant strip of asphalt that nobody uses for anything. I'm gonna fly a plane in it, and it's gonna be awesome. But the heritage of it is people used to park there. People used to go from their cars to work every day. They had a job, they had security, they were able to feed their family. This corona thing, people don't have security. The government, if they think somebody's sneezing the wrong way, they can shut down a restaurant. They can shut down a mall. You now have the economy, which should be separate from the government, being controlled by the government. And so you have the economy dictates whether or not you have a job, and the government that dictates whether or not you have a job. And oh, if people say, oh, the government's going to save me, they're going to give me unemployment site crashed. Do you want the government making decisive actions? From what I heard, they have me afraid to get a test for the coronavirus. Now, I'm telling you, I am afraid to get a test for the coronavirus because their actions say to me, if you get a test, you can't go to work. You have to then self-isolate, or else that's a misdemeanor. Class B misdemeanor, okay? Now, those are the actions of people in the government thinking they're doing the right thing. You want those people to run your life? I'm telling you that I would rather have the government say to me, hey, we have free testing in a drive-through way where you give us your information, you can get tested, we're collecting stats, we want to help share the knowledge, share the information of where it is that people are sick. Something like that, you know? We want to know if it's in Onondaga County. It's here. People aren't being tested, but then again, why would they? Then they have to self-isolate. Class B misdemeanor. So, do you want to rely on the government? Do you want to rely on that government? I'm telling you, people, don't rely on the government. The only thing you have to fear is fear itself. Think about the other examples where the government has messed up. Don't rely on me. Rely on yourself for all things. Think about the other examples where the government just can't get out of its own way. You use them. They don't use you. Government officials are getting rich. Okay? They're fine. These laws they enact, this, that, or the other, they don't have to worry about it. They'll let people across the border and shame somebody else. But you know those people are coming across with sicknesses. They're not even screening them for that sort of thing. Those are the same things that are going to hurt you if you do get the coronavirus. You have a compromised system because of some of these people crossing the borders and getting sick for this, that, and the other. I'm looking at another factory here. I'm going to go around this roundabout, now called Military Circle. It used to be called GM Circle. GM shut down here. Why? They wanted something more. They could not be happy with just making profit. So, this whole big factory shut down. People, start getting back to normal now. The longer we wait, the worse it's going to be. People are still going to get sick. They're not going to have a vaccine for a long time. Okay? People are still going to die. They're going to die later when they're older or now. I have kids. I have a son that wakes up in the middle of the night and can hardly breathe. We have to give him treatments. But really, if he were to get the coronavirus, and I still sanitize my hands, I still do all the good practices. But if he were to get the coronavirus, now it would be better than waiting, really. Because right now, he's younger. These other people, he's going to get other sicknesses. If he got it, like, say, last week, 2 weeks ago, it'd have been better than the other night where he had one of those attacks. You know, whatever cough and cold he has right now, on top of the coronavirus, is worse than if he had nothing at all. Not 3 things, but 2. Just his sensitive lung condition and then the coronavirus. You know, the hospitals, they're not yet at capacity. Hospitals are stressed. Hospitals are having a hard time. They're not turning people away. Get back to life. Nobody's saving anybody's life. Nobody's saving anybody's life by staying home. Okay? Be smart. Don't spread. Okay? Be smart. Don't spread. That's what it's about. I'm gonna go around this roundabout one more time. I'm gonna go to the inside lane so this person can hop in. People are starting to show, I'm starting to hear how insane. I mean, what was it I heard about California basically shutting down? That's what it is. Go home, stay inside. You knew California was going to be first, right? Plain and simple. You knew that they're going to take this radical approach. But that's also the beauty of the United States, okay? You have these states that are the testing grounds for dumb and for smart. Does California already have financial problems? Does California need the taxes of people working to support their social welfare system? You're damn right they do. They're the first state that needs it the most. Shut down California for 2 weeks, along with Destiny USA Mall here in New York, and find out how much less taxes you get in. And you're going to find out you're just kicking the can down the road. I mean, I heard, my wife is telling me that they want to give like $1,200 a person to stimulate the economy. Where are they getting that money? They want to give $2,400 to a couple. Where's the government getting that money? Right? They want to give $500 per kid. where's the government getting that money? And I have a family of 6. So thank you very much for my $4,400 that I gave you, or that you'll take from me later, that you're giving to me now. I guess the only thing I liked about it was, and my family's not even affected as far as salary. I'm sure business-wise it's an indirect effect. We are affected, but I work, my wife doesn't for financial means. She works for family means, which is more valuable than dollars. She's taking care of my family while I go to work each day. And me, packed me a nice lunch. Definitely appreciated it. Thank you, Rhonda. Love you. It's at least the government said, on these proposed financial things, that they're capping it at dollars. And I was saying to myself, boy, and I'm not going to say no to the money, but I would have felt better if actually they said, let's just say above 50,000, we're not going to stimulate your wallet. We're really worried about those, like I'm worried about those that are below. But do the people right now have the say so in this? No. The government's about to pass this financial act without the people's consent. We don't have the opportunity to vote on this. I don't think that this should be happening. I really don't. Not without the government's, not without the people say so. We got all this social media causing hysteria, but we don't have social media that the government is using to take votes. Okay? Use it. Poll people. Do you need this money? Do you think that we should be giving this money? I want to know. My point is, if the government said that, hey, less than 50,000 a year, we're going to give you this money. Above that, we're not. If you want to file for it or something like that, if you want to claim hardship, we'll look at your case. You know what I mean? If you're really hurting, you'll do it. Me, I wouldn't. I want more money to go to those people. If you're on an hourly wage, and don't tell me that, oh well, we're gonna get sick leave and paid sick leave, and we're gonna force the owners of companies that have less than 500 to have guarantee people's jobs. Well, you're gonna put a lot of people out of business. Those owners work their butt off. I'm looking at where I work now. An owner, a husband and wife with one employee, a father and daughter that work here. And then for me, it's my boss and me. That's it. Okay, we're less than $500, but you know what? Those people are struggling. They work hard. They work a lot of hours. You can't just take money. You can't just do what you want. You can't be moving money around like that. And we have to tell the government, we can't be saying to them, yes, here's my keys. Yes, it's okay for you to dial down my economy. It's okay for you to tell me to stay inside my door. And essentially you're locking it from the outside. That's just silliness. It really is silliness. You guys need to live your life. Nothing to fear but fear itself. Enjoy your life. Do it smart. Tell people you love them. Stuff like that. This ain't the zombie apocalypse. I was about to say love you guys. All right. Josh Weaver, RC, out.